Hey guys, welcome to Crook River and Eastern Railroad, and welcome to On Track Tuesday. Finishing getting this camera ready. This one I'm blinding each other. Hey there, Tight Acton Railroad, Valley Railroad and Coal Company. How are you? Can you hear me okay? Container Man 68. What's going on, Roy? Hey, Steve. Stu, not Steve, sorry. IB Tony 247. How's it going? Dwight, Stu, Wilmer. Good, loud and clear. All right, good. Good. I'll let a few people kind of get into the chat here. Just trying to finish something for tonight's little demonstration. Hopefully it doesn't go too badly. All right. Hey Darren, Dave BNSN scale. What's going on, guys? So I'm hoping I can do this and keep everything in the camera because I'm gonna have to kind of like tip it down to the workbench at some point here. As you guys kind of hopefully gathered from the little teaser video earlier, I'm going to be attempting to weather up a well car. See how that goes. It would be good if it goes well. I'll be happy about that. On my Facebook page, a couple pages, I think I posted on Darren B&H Railway. I think I posted on his page as well, and maybe Indian Head, Wilmer's page. I can't remember if I did or not, Wilmer. I bought a lot of, I got a very good price, very cheap. A guy was trying to get rid of them. They were older well cars, and I've had to do some work to them. Some more than others. All kinds of gunk in my throat lately. I don't know if it's air conditioning or what. So I need to try to bring this light over somehow so it doesn't kill us and blind us. Is that blinding everybody? Damn it. Nah. Get this light too. But bring it too low, then you can't see me. I just need to get it down on the model, but I don't know if we'll be able to do that. And it's kind of what I was messing around with before, and that's why I was running a little bit late. Trying to figure this lighting issue I'm having out. I'll figure it out here. All people are still coming in and saying, hi, Joe, Raider. Who just sent an email? Oh, Sparky. Sparky in here? He must have went by already. See if I can get on the home page here. Hopefully the volume's off on that. Easier to see the chat, or maybe it's a little bit behind, but hey, Anthony. All right. Is that any better, or is that still blinding? I just need a little bit of light so I can see the bench better, because of what I'm working on. Anyways, this is one of those well cars. I don't know who makes it. I mean, you can see like some of the, try to glue some of these posts back on, and I mean the hand grabs and stuff, handrails. I guess that's what they're called. And a couple spares. The walkway there broke off, so I'm going to glue that back on. I don't have any spare ones of those. I've had kits in the past and I haven't used all the parts, so, you know, I have some parts to replace, but not everything. like I was showing you, those cars Bill I had out earlier, is that these? Oh man, break them. The set came with, I mean, it was like I said, it was just like a, what do you call it when you buy a lot? Like just a grab bag kind of like, but it was all intermodal cars, and they were older, and the guy, he stated up front that they needed some work. These are the, all the wheels, everything like that, couplers, wheels, or some sort of couplers, coupler covers, all that stuff is there. There's just a lot of like little missing parts that I could fix, like that. I have a couple extras of those. And I knew I had some spare parts, so I wasn't too worried about that. So I figured I could make that work. But there was a 5 set of these. They're all 48 footers. That's what I wrote here. I don't know, from the beginning. I see, like, they came all, basically everything was there for the 5 car. I don't know who makes these though. These are, I don't know, something just fell off of there. Damn it, who knows what that was. It just says made in Denmark, so if anybody knows who makes these in Denmark, send you all my welcome. I'll continue building them for me. I don't mind building stuff. I just feel awkward building stuff for people, because if I make a little mistake here or there for myself, I can live with it, but I don't want to take the chance of doing something to somebody else's stuff. And I just don't feel comfortable. I don't want to ruin it. A few more here. This is another, here's the other 3 for the that 5 car set. All that TTX or whatever, some of them are a little newer, like this I think is maybe a little newer logo on there. This is just a single car. I have 4 of those, of these plastic ones. I don't know who makes this one. This one's metal. That came with it. It's a metal one. That's good and heavy. It's got the little trailer ones on there, 5th wheels on there. I've got a few of these on the layout, and I don't know who makes them. Like I said, I'm funny about rolling stock. I gotta be honest with you. I'll spend, $250, $300 on a good locomotive, whatever. I'm not buying brass. I'm not buying museum models from, what do you call it, scale trains, but I'll buy the Athearn Genesis, I'll buy the rivet counters, things like that. That doesn't bother me. Obviously they're expensive. I'm not saying they're not, so I don't want to sound, whatever. But I could justify spending money on that because it's more, I don't know. You want that to be right, I guess. Although there's something to be said for the older stuff too, and the less expensive stuff. I don't know. I guess I'm whatever. But when it comes to rolling stock, this one is metal. This is actually 53 footer. Yeah. I didn't even realize that until I just held it up there. This is a metal car too. I don't know who makes that one. But, I mean, they're nice. Different. I mean, not different. They're just... Anyways, now I gotta hunt down some good deals on, what do you call it? Some containers. I don't have enough to fill that. I think that's 12 cars. Oh, I got a couple of covered hoppers. Me and my covered hoppers are undecorated because I want to paint them up for my railroad for Crooked River and Eastern. So a couple of those, and then hang on, let me grab this. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I guess this is a long flat car. I don't know. That came in there with it. Kind of nice. So, sorry, I'm just trying to get a train up and running. Alright. But I mean, that's nice. I mean, that's about the I don't know how long it is. It says 2045s on the side, so I'm guessing you can put 45-footer trailers on there. And it appears to be missing, like, it looks like some kind of end ramp or something here. Maybe Tony. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this car. I'll have to look into it. I don't know if I have anything to work on it. First, I have to see if it'll run on the layout. I mean, my radiuses are all, they're pretty wide, 26, 28, 26 inside, 28 outside, I think is what they were. I can't remember now. That's what I think I planned on them, and then you know, plans change. Boy, I got that. There's a funny thing though. Did I have one on here? I'd have to go back and look at the description. It's the only thing that kind of, I don't want to say irked me, but I either misread it or misunderstood it or what. The guy stated he had metal wheels. Everything had metal wheels. None of this has metal wheels. Look at these wheels. Okay, just to quickly look at them, they look metal. Guy painted them, somebody painted them. I mean, I think he might have, I don't know if these were his or if he bought them from a lot. So he might have just assumed it too, because they're literally plastic painted in silver. So like just quick glance, it looks like, okay, yeah, those are metal wheels. But damn, they're not. So needless to say, I'm out of wheels. I got one set left to do this car. Intermountain, these are 33 inches. And at least on these ones, the 33s work. At least I did on these other ones. I'll pull one of these other ones up for you. So this is one that I already did. I think I showed that the other day. I don't know if you're getting enough light on that or not, but too much light or what. And my buddy Troy, who lives in Oklahoma, he's a good guy. He's going to be starting. He just tore down his layout. He tore down his shed. He's not on YouTube too much. So, I mean, he watches YouTube. He doesn't really post much. Actually, I was looking for these weights. A couple guys reached out to me, but he works for a company that makes HVAC and machinery and things like that, machine shop type stuff. He's like a foreman or something there. And he said he took the measurements from me. He's going to make me a bunch of plates. So that's pretty nice of him. Although this is kind of a poor design, he brought up a good point. With these metal plates being on the bottom, underneath the plastic, you know, inside. Unless I'm putting them on wrong, but when you look at the bottoms of these, you can see where it's kind of, see how it's cut out there? The plates go in, it looks like they go in there. When you look at, well, I don't have directions on these, but if I remember right, because I've built these from just a solid all-together kit in the past. And yeah, that's where it shows to put them. But if you think about it, you know, if that jumps a track, crosses your tracks, you're going to short the whole damn system out. So, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. But anyhow. So, I figured it's a very kind of generic way I'm going to do this. I don't know if I want to say generic, but stand by. Apparently I didn't, my coupler's right. Hey, the Carver, Scully Kill, Human City Junction, how are you? Hey, that was a cool little video you had the other day, just on your little like module that you have up there. Nice little layout that you have. Module, I guess it would be a module. I mean, wasn't really going. Oh man, I feel like I can't talk today. Anyways, I'm boring the hell out of you guys. I can't believe it's been a month, guys. Honest to God, I was just kind of looking back at the last video, and it's like it goes by so fast. So I was just telling my wife today, I'm like, I gotta start thinking of things kind of ahead of time. I'm gonna glue this back on real quick. You know, you want to watch me do that? While we're just sitting there chatting and saying hi. But there's glue marks all over this thing. So it was either somebody when they were younger to put these together, or just somebody that maybe couldn't see well, or I don't know what, but they got glue everywhere. And all kinds of stuff. So again, like these, I'm not gonna go into on what I paid. It wasn't bad at all for what I got. And you know, my intent is to expand my intermodal. Now, whether it be if and when I do this expansion I was talking about the last time, or if I actually do decide to get the, I don't know what you want to call it, nerve up or whatever, energy maybe, to tear down my yard and move my intermodal there. There's a channel, I gotta figure out how to do this on a computer because I love how like Sparky and some of you guys are able to, you bring it up. I'm using my phone. Hi, Ellie. I'm using my phone, so I have the computer up too. And it does have a camera, but I feel like I can't really move the computer around. I have to get a camera. I bought a cheap one, like a real cheap one, and I need something better. It was really crappy, so one of these damn days I'll quit complaining about it and actually just do it. Get this actually set up so it's a little more, I don't want to say professional, but just a little better, a little more enjoyable for you guys. Just get that down there real quick. Before we get that glue in while we can start doing some weathering. So I'm going to weather this car, but I wanted to try to fix all the little, as much broken stuff as I could. The parts that I had. Ah, you bastard. Oh, I thought I broke it. I would have been mad. Man, I would have been mad. So honestly, I've been working on, first of all, I'll show you. It looks crappy, but you'll never see it. I had to dig that little hole out there. I actually dug too deep. But this little base, this little base sits down in there. So these, when they break off, the little base is still there, and then your platform sits on top of that. And I drop it. So, with that being said, it took me forever to dig those little bases out of the groove for the new ones to sit down in, because I did have a few of these extra. Just a matter of working it to get it to fit right and all that. Just tap myself with an X-Acto a couple times. You know how that goes, guys. The joys, man, the joys. Hey, are you? I can never say your name. Why run naked for? Eyeballing Hogger, how are you? Hardcore MOH is from the UK. Hey, thanks for joining us. Jeez. That amazes me, man. Guys kind of pop in and out. Like, Sparky knows a lot of them guys because he went over there, met some of them and all that stuff. He's, of course, got a way larger channel, so he has way more followers and all that good stuff. But it just amazes me that there's people from overseas that actually watch me. And no offense to you Canadians, love you guys, man, really do. But I kind of look at you guys as like either us Canada South or America North, however you want to look at it. Because I think in a lot of ways our countries are so similar, our lifestyles and the way we live and all that stuff. I mean, it is too overseas, like in England and probably Australia and that too. But like I say, I've been to Canada. I've never been over the pond. Never been to Mexico either, to be honest with you. I've been right on the border, like Juarez and Tijuana and that, when I was driving 100 years ago. But anyways, here, again, we'll take another quick peek. Oh my God. You can see where it's been split and, it's bent and all that stuff. The walkways and that. Try to get some light on it. Is this working okay, guys? I mean, let me know if this is... No, Anthony, I'm not crying about it. I'm just saying. Sparky's close to 4,000. I know Benny's up there too, close to 5. And we're just, hey, I was surprised when I got 100 people. My kid busts my chops all the time because he's like, oh my God. YouTube celebrity, right, Dad? Yeah, not really. So we've been, speaking of my son, we've been kind of going, trying to get things together, get things ready. We're going to throw a graduation going away party for him on this coming Saturday. Of course, it's supposed to storm. Hey, RDNT, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. So, I've been trying to get him motivated. He's been jogging and running and stuff. I've been doing the walking with him, just getting up and getting him going, trying to make sure he's eating right and everything like that, just to get him through the last few weeks here. So we've been busy with all that stuff, is what I was getting at. So anyways, I'm going to attempt to turn this camera down. I do have the computer open. It's probably not, I feel like it's running behind the chat a little bit. If I open this all the way up, if I can still see the chat. Let's try it and see. Not really. All right. Just a thought. Let's put the glue away. Okay, I'm going to try to turn this camera down and see what happens. Try to get it so we can look at the workbench here. So hopefully I keep my hands out of the way. Zoom that in a little bit. Again, like I said, I got to figure something better out, but I mean, it's not terrible. I like using my phone, to be honest with you. Try to bring that out some. Time to put them in. Hey, Darren, thanks for stopping in. Good luck with that, putting him to bed. I know he's been a little challenged lately. I'm telling you, like I told you the other day, I'm seriously thinking it's because, you go into bed, you put in bed at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and it's still light outside, man. I don't want to go to bed then either. I have to because I work early, but, like after I'm done with this stream, then I'll probably say goodnight, go to bed while this thing's uploading or whatever. I've been having issues with that too. Maybe it's because I'm using the phone. I don't know. Uploading these things, it seems like it's taking forever. Plug it. Let me see if I can plug this thing in too, because this iPhone 7 is starting to get to the end of its life, I think. All right. Does that look pretty good? We seeing things okay? Turn this up on end. You can see what I'm doing. Maybe. Nice thing I gotta point out. All the steps we're on, I don't think any of these were missing steps, so that's kind of nice. Usually that's the first things that people lose. Well, on these cars, it's usually these damn handrails. I'm not even in the picture. It's these handrails, or whatever you call them, grab bars, whatever. So, all right. So first thing I'm going to do, and we started going over this once before, where I'm going to remove the trucks because I'm going to paint them anyways. And they could use a better color, in my opinion. So I'm going to remove these, and these couplers are going to go. I don't use plastic couplers. In a pinch, if I had no other choice, I wanted to run something bad enough, but I'm just not really a big fan of plastic couplers. Try to remember to remove my hand and all that fun stuff. So this is not rocket science. Everybody knows how to do this stuff. I'm pretty sure. You remove the box, screw, remove the box, and I use 148, KD 148s. The whisker couplers, they pop right in there. You have to mess with that stupid little spring plate or whatever it is. I'm just going to put that back on so I don't lose a screw or nothing. I have screws, but speaking of that, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I don't know if Jim Tedesco's in. I've missed his last couple episodes, but he's building that locomotive. I'm thinking this because he weathered up a caboose or something not too long ago. Wilmer did a nice job on a boxcar not too long ago. He did that on, I don't remember if that was live or if it was recorded. But either way, he did a nice job on it. Remove that truck. So I keep clearing my throat, guys. I don't know if it's the air conditioning and stuff or what, but I got a little bit of a sore throat going on. Wilmer, it's not COVID. Or it's not the showstopper, sorry, I don't know how to use that word. I guess. So like the one video I did, I started to weather something, and then I did all this stuff, told you what I do to get a car up and going, updated and that, you know, and I'm not going to go through everything tonight. I mean, I could always take this thing back apart and redo it, you know, but I didn't get to do the weathering part of it, and it's just going to be a very basic, just basic, really is. So I would take my little, whatever the hell this tool is called, and you put it in here, and you gently, you don't want to overdo it, as it was pointed out to me the one time when I was talking about it, and you just turn it. Just kind of cleans out those holes or pockets for your new wheels. Like I said, these wheels have already been painted. They were, sometimes when I get them, if I'm feeling up to it, I just go ahead, I usually order the bulk packs of wheels, and then I go ahead and paint them so that they're in the box and they're already painted. Get this train running. It's too quiet behind me. I didn't put no music on or nothing. Alright. Like I'm just pulling those 4 cars I already did. This is an Athearn Genesis. It's a GP15T, I think it is. I'll have a look at the box that's over there. I've had it for a while. It's got the Tsunami 2 in it. It's pretty nice. I did do a bunch of those Keep Alives. I have a couple more to do. I'm going to maybe do a video on how I did those. Let me just tell you, the Broadway Limited, pain in the ass. Excuse my French. It was a pain in the butt. Alright, so just got some basic colors here. Burnt umber, burnt sienna, just Walmart paints, you know, or whatever they are. This was at Michael's or something. It was like $1.45 or something. These are the 50-cent paints. This was another one from Michael's. So these are about $3 together, you know. And then these are the cheaper ones. So I do a lot of different colors. I just mix up what I call a truck and wheel paint. It's got like a brownish orange, rust look, dirt look, grime look. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I opened this up, I remixed it, made a new batch of it, so I don't know if I got the color just right, but please don't spill this. But that's good. There's a variety of brushes, from large to small. And I don't really do much with the airbrush. I would like to get better at it. I'm going to give it a shot here eventually. I'd like to do it on some of my locomotives, especially my CSX ones, because it's that dark future blue. So I like to get like a nice fading going on them. At least some of them. A little nervous about doing that, let me just tell you, because they're nice models. But so I'm going to start out with is the inside of the car here. You know, yeah, you can see all like the little glue marks and stuff like that. It kind of hides that up. So I'm just going to take a little bit of paint, not much. Just going to rub it all in there. Nothing fancy. Just trying to cover everything. Get that yellow covered. So it ain't so bright. You know, I'll go over these walkways. You know, now, if these were more expensive cars, maybe I'd do this a little differently. But I don't know. Let me know in the chat. The one I showed you, I did exactly the same way. The problem with me is I'm very particular, so I end up working this until I drive myself insane. So, I don't even know if I'm in the picture. But again, this is very generic. It's not rocket science. Sidewalls. You know, most of the time I'm going to probably have containers in here, so it don't have to look perfect. But Put the rails here. You know, when you don't have a container in there, obviously you want to not, I don't want to see you looking like a plastic toy. And I have a lot of stuff I need to weather still. And it's time consuming. I'd really like to find something. This is not a bad method for this type of thing. I really need to, I've been watching a bunch of different YouTube videos and things like that, so I'm trying to find some just like kind of quick and easy, you know, let's hurry up and model or weather like a bunch of cars and not be hours and hours tied up into it. And that's what it ends up being with me usually. Is end up taking forever per car. Like some of those other ones I showed you, like that rail box car, and yeah, the rail box car, and what's that? The other rack. So I use these wedges, these makeup wedges. These are a little dirty now, but they're just like that. They come in a pack, kind of together, and then you pull them apart. There's a big pack. So I'm going to take those and I'm going to just kind of dab. I use a lot of Q-tips. Always have Q-tips around. It's always good. I'll show you why here in a minute. And I just take a little bit of water sometimes even. I'm trying to find where to put that. If it dries out, you know, while you're working the other side or something. So I just kind of keep it like a wet edge, like when you're when you're painting on a wall in your house, you want to always keep a wet edge. And I take this, and this works real nice. You just kind of dab it. Take some of that off. You know, sometimes you layer it and you get some off, turn some back on, or put some back on. And the wedge gets down in the grooves pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. It's going to be kind of hard to see. It's maybe, I'm just kind of coming in here with that. And lightly hitting it, just trying to, not really, you don't really want lines or anything, but you know, if you have like, it kind of, I can see a good where I'm at. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. You get kind of like a variated look to the sidewall there. So it looks like just, maybe the metal is starting to, dry it up on me a little. The metal is starting to, like rust a little bit, that yellow paint is starting to discolor, you know, that type of thing. So, at least in my mind, that's what it looks like to me. Maybe it won't look like that on the camera so much. But I love these damn sponges, I'm telling you. More water on that brush. I put a ton of water, just enough to keep that, like I said, keep a wet edge so I can take some of it off with the sponge. Then you don't have like brush strokes because the sponge don't leave a stroke line. You know, bristle lines. I'm reading something from Hardcore MOH, and you know, the secondhand stuff is a lot to be said for that. You know, you could get good prices on things. A lot of times you can get it where there's really not that many defects, or pretty well in shape. You know, sometimes you run into a guy and unfortunately he's having some misfortune, and you know he's helping you, you're helping him because he's trying to unload some of his stuff. To it's unfortunate, but you know sometimes you get a pretty good deal on stuff that way, and it's probably pretty good for what we're going to do here. So I can always go back in. It's a little trickier when you start doing the up here in the when they have all these little air chambers and brake chambers and stuff like that, or whatever all these things are. Forgive me, I don't know all the pieces, parts. Hopefully this is dry enough where I just fix this one here. But I literally do my best to cover all of it. So I'll come back in with a smaller brush here. You probably won't even see it, but I see it, and it'll drive me nuts. Not a far drive, believe me. It's kind of loaded up in there. So I'm going to take a lot of this off with a sponge. So, and even with later on, I'll show you what I do with the Q-tips. Kind of gives it a nice effect too. This is not rocket science, like I said a million times already. You know, you got some expert modelers out there, man, and weatherers. You know, I don't know what you call them, guys that do weathering. You know, you got JC's Rip Track. For one that comes off the top of my head, that guy's amazing. And there's plenty of other guys. And I think everybody in our own way, we do our own decent job of it, you know. There's really no right or wrong way, I guess. Just depends on what effects you want to have. So, I come down on the end of the car here too. Because you got to get down in here, because otherwise it's going to look funny. And don't forget to get these damn things, I can't think of the name of them, these handrails too. Hand grabs, or I don't know. And your rungs, your stirrups. See that one there's still a little wet. Now I had to be careful. And I just come in with the smaller end because there's not a whole lot of room in here, and I just kind of dab it. Same as before. Just to your likings, to your taste, see what you like. If you gotta put a little more on, you can. Come back with a little rusty color if you want, or a little darker brown, or whatever. I missed that part. Actually, sometimes the way I have this brush, is one brush, this bigger brush, looks like junk, but it's not. I keep it purposely for that, for weathering. And I'll show you why here in a little bit. The sponge I have found I like better, the way that works. It kind of gets a similar effect with the brush, this brush anyways. Yeah, it's not perfect. You can still, if you look hard enough, see some of the lines there. So this brush will just kind of do this stuff. You kind of dab and get a little bit of a textured look to it. Just let it kind of dry a tiny bit. It's not too bad if you want it to look a little heavier and have some texture. You can do that with any brush, really. Just do the dabbing. Or even a smaller brush, you just kind of dab. It gets it more of a little bit of a pitted look. And but I have found I like the sponge the best. So, kind of a combination, maybe, I don't know. Again, it's just a taste, man. I just experiment with stuff. I've gotten, especially these models. See, and these are, like I said, either Athearn maybe or Walther's kits maybe. I have some of both, and it just says made in Denmark on the underside of this. So I don't really know who's what, where they're from, but they're decent. They're detailed enough. Now they're not these Katos and things like that I hear are amazing, you know, but again, I just told you I'm cheap when it comes to rolling stock. I have no desire to spend 50, 60, 80, 100 bucks on a car. I try to top it, you know, for something brand spanking new that's the latest and greatest, you know. I mean, I hate to even spend it. I really do. Kind of head over here. This side, try to get most of the top side. I just kind of work, kind of end to end, I guess you could say. I work just so I don't miss stuff. And in this scenario, at least, you know, and a little brush I could get underneath these. Sorry, I may not be in the picture. I'm trying to stay in frame here, guys. When you hit it like this, it kind of like I said, if you look close enough, you can still see a lot of the defects. But if you're going to be looking from 3 feet away, or if you're going to be filming even at track level, and you're just filming a train, roll by or whatever, I guess you can get picky. But and see stuff if you really look hard enough. I guess if you're going to build like a diorama or something maybe, and you're going to be doing like professional type photographies, which is something I actually wouldn't mind looking at getting into doing. Cool story though, man. I was talking to a guy about buying a locomotive off of him. Things happened, the deal didn't work out. It's okay. Found out the guy, he lives right here in the Cleveland area, so he's not too far from me. He belongs to a train club that I had no idea even existed. And it's, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes from my house. So I may actually, he sent me some pictures and some information, and doesn't sound too bad, so I may be taking him up on that and checking it out. He said right now they're just opening back up, and they're not really letting non-members in yet, but that when it changed, let me know. So yeah, I kind of been wanting to find something like that, because just for the knowledge, people to help you out, and you know how it is. A couple friends of mine that have joined clubs that have had to drive so far, and like I said, this is about 15 minutes. Sorry, when I'm doing something, I'm trying to talk, I lose my train of thought really easy, even more than I normally do, so forgive me. It's another one of those On-Track Tuesdays, guys, like where I did that diorama the one week and it went like an hour and a half or so. Thanks for everybody who stuck that out. I should have done a part 2 on that. I did a lot of stuff on my own after that night, like I striped the roads out and stuff. I'll have to show it here eventually. It's sitting over there. But anyways, I really should have done like a part 2 video or something. I was just telling my wife too, it's like, I really need to figure out something that I feel more good about. I don't know how to word that for these shows, because sometimes I feel like I'm shortchanging you guys. And I've had like Wilmer tell me, I'm full baloney, but I don't know. I want you to be entertained at least a little bit. Just listen to me, man. Stuttering and fool. Maybe that'd be my thing. Sparky got the wigs, for the super chats and all that. So I can't even come on here and wear a wig or nothing. That's kind of his gig. You got that, got Eric out there, that IMMRR, I think is what his handle is. When you watch his videos, I was just watching some of his videos the other day on speed matching and stuff, because I'm really trying to figure this out. Maybe you guys know. Throw it in the chat if anybody's even listening to me. So, you saw that video, a lot of you guys saw that video I posted on the, those GP38s. Now I'm going to get the undersides here, just so it's not, you're not going to see it much, but just to say I covered it a little bit. It don't have to be as perfect. It's just me being me. But you will see, like the ends of this stuff here. Try not to gunk that all up though. Where the wheel truck has to turn. But this backside here, I want to kind of hit this pretty decent, and in this corners, so because when you're watching it go by, you will see the wheel sides, and you may actually see that if it's not covered right. And I'll dirty that up. It'll look real good. Sorry, I totally left the picture there with the damn model. It'll look real good though. But going back to that speed matching, so I got the JMRI working. I think we were talking about that the other day. I said the other day, last month. I got some of the Keep Alives in. I put them in the GP38s. Got that figured out. I have a SD70 ACE. That's that C&O, PRLX with a C&O patch, or whatever the hell you want to call it, on there. And that had a plug, so I plugged. So I just got the actual one from Athearn. I didn't do the Cato one. I just actually got the one that Athearn uses, their power pack or whatever. But I messed up and I ordered one that didn't have a plug, so then I had to order the plug. How do I do with those plugs? I had an extra one laying up here somewhere, and I actually had ordered some from China too. What's that? Larry Puckett, the DCC guy. He's got some good stuff. He was talking about the Keep Alives, so I kind of got some information from him and chatted with him a little bit on what to order for those plugs. But where the hell was I even going with this story? I couldn't tell you. Oh, speed matching. Jesus. Man. So, I mean, it's just a little bit grimy. I mean, it's what I like about it, yellow cars are actually kind of not too bad to mess with, to be honest with you guys. You could just kind of get this dirty, little bit of rusty look to it. Like I said, without spilling the paint, it's literally just, it's got a little bit of like a rust look to it, but it's got more brown in it too. So, I don't know how I came up with that. I think I was doing my rails with it. And then, you know, whatever. But the speed matching. So I have an AccuTrack thing. I got this thing. I got that for Christmas or something. This is what I'm doing. I watched some videos and I like the idea. So I'm getting everything. Speed step 1, for example, I want it to run as close to 1 mile an hour as possible. Then I'll jump up to speed step like 10. Try to get that at 10 miles an hour. I'll do like every 10 mile an hour increments. Those road switchers I was going to top off. I topped them off at 40. I may go a little higher. I didn't like my big road hogs. I'm going to go with, you know, like my Gevos and stuff. I'll go 55, maybe 60 on those. And I'm just going to flat line it there. All right, so for the sides. So I'm just rambling and we're already at, God, man, almost an hour. Why the hell do I talk so much? So, simple. Same thing you did on the bottom of the car. Just going to get it all in nooks and crannies. Dirty it up. Underneath the little rim here. Not too much. Okay. Fix that. I get just the bottom edge in case you can see it. So just like right on the little edge there as well. Just under here a little bit more too. Up here. Anyways, with those two GP38s, so I had them, I mean, I swear, I programmed them individually. They ran exact. I was really goofy about it. I went and did the speed tables in JMRI, and I literally had them like, you know, 0.9 to 1 on speed step 1 or 1.1 to 1. They were like almost 100%. Like, perfect. I don't know what happens. Once I consisted those suckers, they didn't go haywire, they didn't go like way off, but they were fighting, or they weren't doing that before. I'd put one on my inside main, one on my outside main, and they'd run down the track real nice. Even couple them up, you know, and just put them in separately, you know, not consistent, they would run good. Take the sponge again, just like before, just kind of take some of that off. I have to switch sponges or switch sides of the sponge, you know. Like I said, I'm not trying to make it look where it's destroyed or anything. You can. I'm just trying to hide some of the mistakes. And in the case of these cars, the mistakes because they're older, you have the glue marks and that. So that's all I'm really trying to do with these. sponge is getting a little wet. So, and I'm just trying to put it on a little heavy and then take it off. Like some of it off. This only takes some off. Leaves enough of a residue on the main body. And you also get a little bit, I'm going to show you what I do on, so just so it looks like you've had dirt and grime stuck in the ribs here. See how it gets. So I'm going to take some of this burnt lumber for shits and giggles. I used to have a teacher that would say that all the time. Hang on. And we're going to go ahead and dirty that up. And just like that, it's going to look different. It's going to look like kind of crappy at first. So I just kind of hit that. When you get down here on these ends, I was telling you on the ends, a lot of grime and crap builds up in there. So I'm going to just kind of paint that solid for a minute. Paint this whole end here solid. Let it kind of start to dry up a little bit. When I get right up underneath this lip, you see that? Hopefully I'm seeing it. You're seeing it all. Get up in these corners. Between these two ribs here. Little pockets there. Again, like I said, it ain't gonna look that great right now. But stick with me. If I run a little over, I run a little over. I'm sorry. You know me, man. I get to talking and everything else. And I never know what the hell I'm gonna do before I get on here. Sometimes I feel like, until that day. And I'm always worried I'm not going to be able to fill that hour. And I can't shut up and I forget to work. Start talking. It's kind of nice though last time when we just kind of chit-chatted. It was kind of neat. I was able to watch the feed and showed you guys a few things and watched the feed. I did get that end of train device working. In fact, I put it on an end of one of these. Not one of these ones, one of my other ones. This is where I bring in the Q-tips. Just kind of start to take some of that off. The Q-tip don't leave so much of like a brush stroke. You can even go side to side with it. Again, I may actually add some more, take some more off. But actually, once it starts to get a little bit on there, it kind of works in your favor. Take the clean end, that looks dirty. Take a clean end. Because again, guys, I'm just trying to make it look like it's what I used. What was the wording I used in my earlier video? Just well traveled. Try to keep a little bit more on the edges here, like where the dirt and stuff got kicked up. Gonna leave that alone for a minute. Come back to it. It starts to dry on you, you know, a little bit of water on a Q-tip, dab some of it off, and it's just acrylics. Once you get it where you want it, then of course you can seal it with a sealer. So now, kind of like that, but I think maybe I took a little too much off, so I'll kind of hit that with that dirty one. This is the way I've been doing this. It's obviously there's a million other guys out there. There's different ways to do things. I think you're seeing what I'm doing pretty decently. And it's just to get some dirt and grime on it. And come back later if you want to do some rust spots or, I don't know, cut marks or anything like that. Scrape marks with paint. And this edge kind of ends up getting kind of kicked down a little bit, which is fine. And I just kind of keep some and move some and just throw in there. And then I just kind of go with it. And this is an aspect of the hobby that I really want to get better at. you know, some more of this technical type stuff. So I'm trying to show you guys, and I can't really see what the hell I'm doing, so it really looks like crap. But I do like the scenery aspect and running trains and all that, so as anybody else does, but I also enjoy, hey, I want to learn, you know, so some of it I feel is way too technical when you start getting into the computer talk and all that stuff. So, like, you know, guys are using like their raspberries and all these different things, the Arduinos, and they're probably really simple. I just really need to find somebody who can sit down with me and actually really like sit with me and show me it, like be able to. It's hard to do when you're just talking to people online, trying to send pictures and videos back and forth. And I like to be able to touch stuff. It makes me learn better. Anyways, I don't know how I got on that subject. There. Not terrible. Like I said, I'm trying to show you guys live, so I'm trying to go a little quicker, and I'm trying to keep it on camera so you can see. So I don't know how it's showing up on camera, to be honest with you. But, I mean, it's just, you know, it hides the blemishes a little bit. Like, especially in these ends where you have a lot of glue marks from whoever glued in these wheels and on these, you know, brake wheel and all that stuff. It hides it enough, you know. See a little bit here, you can throw in some darker spots if you want. Okay. I would probably go back and maybe hit a little bit down along the bottoms here a little bit. Or some more. I'm going to hit these couplers with this rusty brown, so they're not these black couplers. You want to hit this end too heavy here. You want to be kind of sparse, because you don't want to gum that all up. But it'll break free pretty much as long as you don't get too much in there. Without giving it too much trouble. I've never really had too much trouble. And it's acrylic, so worst case scenario, pop the coupler out, or you know, drop it in some, you know, warm water or something, or run under some warm water just to free it up. But yeah, so unfortunately I kind of ran out of time here, and I'm not gonna keep going on that. Oh, thanks, Ray Mobile. But, you know, it's, you know, you don't have to do it to all your cars. You can leave some of them, like there's some new cars, you know, or you can even go like even lighter, have an effect on that. You know, and these are 48 footers. I'm assuming they'll be older. I was watching a video today. You know, I think it was Scale Trains has announced that pre-orders are already over on that, I believe. Put those articulated 40-foot well cars. In my mind, I'm thinking 40-footers would be like older cars, like an older era. But I've seen some on a train in a video today that I was watching on intermodal. So are those, maybe you would know, Container Man, are those? Am I back? I see Anthony. Am I back on there? Says I'm live. I don't know if you guys see me again. Oh, there you go. Okay, thanks, Scully Kill. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll just, since I've had internet issues lately, I think we all have. Maybe because there's so many people on the internet. We had some thunderstorms. They kept pretty hard this afternoon, man. Of course, the one time my wife and I were actually out, we had to go up to Target for a couple things. Bought some more makeup sponges. M&M rails, buddy. Getting ready to say goodbye, but hello. But yeah, it's real simple. You can even do this with, I've seen guys do it. I think Ken Patterson on one of his shows did like just a wash, but he used oils. I think it was oil paints. And they're a little, they take longer to dry, they're a little more messy. You had to use thinner and stuff like that. So I've done it. How did I do in oils? A couple of my covered hoppers I did with oils. Took me forever. Got the nose hairs, David. Really? Really, man? I'm Italian, I can't help it. Hey, I didn't wear a muscle shirt, but I actually got the wife to shear my shoulders. On the last video, I watched it back to see some of the comments. I was like, oh my God, look at that. It's like freaking shearing a sheep. It's crazy. But there was like a small dog on the floor when she was done shaving it. But oils stay wet. You can work with them longer than acrylics for sure, but they stay wet. I mean, I can't remember, but I swear I think I let that car sit for close to a week before it was actually really dry. And then you seal it. With oils, I think you want a surface on that. Now, hold on, man. This is what I was watching videos on this too. Let me dig this out real quick, then we'll say goodbye. When you use acrylics and you use chalks, you want to go ahead and use like a dull coat first, because it holds on to the car, a smooth car. I saw this and it worked good for those oils. He uses pledge stuff on it to coat the car, light coat. Maybe do a couple light coats even. And flat oils are dull. I don't know what I bought for oils. Let's see, this is just from Michael's. This is a burnt umber. I don't know if that's flat or not. Just academic level. It's probably is flat, I don't know. What about some of these? A couple different colors. What's this one? This oil? There's some white, you know. I mean, they work. But I just felt like, I don't know, just felt like it was, you can even seal it with this stuff. But you're going to want to dull coat it. You don't want to have it shiny when you're done. But you need, from what I had read and what I'd seen, you need like a shiny surface for the oils. Because then you can drag them. Yeah, JC's Rip Track, thank you. Definitely. So anyways, who's doing next week? Wilmer? Who do we get again for next week? Is Wilmer still in here? It's the 5th week, so we have a guest star. I'll be damned if I can remember who it is. Yeah, Ray. Sorry, I'm reading it up. Flying Crow, you're doing it? That's right. I think. Anyways, tune in next Tuesday for our guest host. And it's going to be a good show. And then tomorrow, Sparky, 7 o'clock is on. And you get Rodney, Hot Rod Rodney on Thursdays, 8 o'clock. Wednesdays also, I think, railroading live too. Oh, Flying Crow, you do great, man. It's not that hard to follow this. I could turn it over there. Well, let me kind of see it rolling away there. That's that 4-pack of trans. The 4 that I did already. Almost birthday stream, Sparky. Oh, that's this Wednesday? All right. I try to get there when I can, you know, when I get out of work. But, anyhow, Vinny, of course, you got on, it's 8 o'clock Friday nights. And then Saturday mornings you got, I think, some kind of on-track gang. And then what? Wednesday at 9 is, who's Wednesday at 9? I missed it. Oh, Thursday's his birthday, not Wednesday. Well, like I said, almost birthday. All right. Well, promote your channels if you want. Anybody have contests or anything coming up, all that fun stuff. Sorry if I missed anybody in the chat, but thank you guys for all joining. And it's always surprising to me that guys tune in to watch my nonsense. It's Ray Bobo. How do you word it, Ray? Your particular brand of nuttiness? I always laughed at that when you would say that. Ray's he's got a way, man. He's got a way with words, and just it flows off his tongue, man. It's just fun to watch him. So, like I said, hope you guys are doing okay through all this. I think things are starting to get back to a little bit. Race coming on Sunday, 8 p.m. Episode number 4. What is that? STS. Ray, I try to make it in on there. I forget half of this stuff. Yeah, I was trying to turn that to catch that train. I'll watch it myself then. Alright, again, I'm just rambling on. Sidetrack Sunday. It's good. It's good, I like it. I thought about maybe trying to do some kind of a weekly thing, but or maybe a twice a month thing. But it's kind of there's so many already that I don't know where to fit it in at. Why run naked? I do have some chalks that I will do some chalks on. The grain elevator, that was chalks. I take that back. It was kind of more of a beigey color, if you guys remember that sandy beige. I kind of did a white, like a white wash over that to make it more white, because the more I looked at it, the more I wasn't crazy about it. And then I kind of dirtied it up with chalks. On track Tuesday next week, Texas style bigger. Ask Robert. I don't know what that means, but okay. All right, again, that works. Barbecue for all. I'm up for that. Yeah. Trying to get my kid ready. Like I said, he leaves this coming Tuesday. Not this, a week from today. So, since I saw you guys last time on my turn on this, I've been out walking with him and really kind of getting on the diet and stuff. And you got me losing some weight too, Dan. All right, I'm gonna catch this train. It's coming around again. Don't leave yet. This is that Athearn model. I won't turn the bell on, Sparky. I forgot to turn the damn bell off during that last video. You just kind of become in tune to it and you don't even hear it. Well, I missed that, Sparky. Where's the meet and greets? I didn't know there was any others planned. Guess they're kind of impromptu. Alright, thanks guys. Thanks Walmart Sparky. I got Tag Docton Valley Railroad and Coal Company. Dave's BNSN Scale, Ken Amos, Why Run Naked. Anybody else I missed out there? You got Anthony was in here. Darren was in here. Container Man, always good to see you in here. Last weekend of August for Strasbourg. Nate's having a meet and greet. Oh. Sparky, if you think about that, maybe talk about that a little bit tomorrow. And more, since we kind of right at the end of this show, look a little more information on that. Don't know if I'll make any of it, but like you said, it'd be good to see the videos. So, all right, I'm rambling. That's enough. Guys, thanks again. And have a great night. Have a great week. I'll see you on some of these other live shows. And that's it. Happy Mountain Railroading. Good night.